All right, looks like we're underway. How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good. I'm Jackson _D77 here with Metroid. We're going to be commentating this race here.
All right, and thanks for filling in at the last minute there, Jackson. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
So I couldn't find any information on Bullseye's PB or any runs that he's done. Typo, of course, is a well-known runner in the community, but yeah, this should be a good one. It's always awesome to watch Typo run.
Got this first little relay encounter here. The goal of this fight is to get hit as fast as possible, actually, because once you get below 30 health, Riddledy will fly away and the door will open, and the escape cutscene will begin. So the faster you get below 30 health there, the more time you save.
Yeah, and that first little door, trying to exit Ridley's room there, it's always fun to try to get that as close to 86 as possible. It's not an easy thing to do, though.
Yeah, I think I've gotten 86 once or twice, and I've seen a lot of people getting 86. It is very hard to do, though.
So the unfortunate Steam, yeah, 42, 43, and 39, right? But that's serious for you. You're always going to get steamed.
Yeah, the Steam is very annoying on the series escape.
Honestly, I'd just remove series altogether. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. This isn't mini boss RTA, though, so...
So I believe 4927 for Typo. I think he does old route. I'm really not sure. Someone in chat could probably let me know, but
yeah, I think he does do old route, but we'll find out in a few minutes here.
All right. So far, it looks like no moonwalk from Typo or Bullseye. That's definitely the right choice. Appropriate fall speed is definitely best.
So you'll notice at some point that these runners are shaking their arms up and down, and that's not just for fun. That actually, every time you shake your arms up and down, it moves you forward 1 pixel. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it's 1 pixel, so you save little amounts of time by doing that, and that adds up to a few seconds over time. I don't think any of the runners did Moonfall.
Yeah, I appreciate that for sure. I don't do it either. Not a big fan. It's really awesome to watch people do all the little time saves at the, some of the best runners, but for me, I just really can't stand it. It messes up the Ridley fight.
Yeah, it does make Ridley a little bit harder. There are a lot of very small optimizations in this game.
Indeed,
like
yeah.
Pumping, moonfalling, stuff like that. Yeah, and you'll see them arm pumping in just wherever they can, really. Especially when you're running down long corridors or just running for a long period of time, they'll be arm pumping. You don't want to arm pump when you're running down a slope, because that can sometimes interfere with you walking, and it will make you fall off the slope and lose your speed. So you won't see them arm pumping when they're running down slopes usually.
Yeah, it's definitely no fun to go flying off of a slope. Norfair, I think, is the worst place for that.
Yeah, you don't really see any arm pumping in Norfair.
Now, coming up on Speed Booster, that'd be the one exception right there.
We can explain that there, though.
Yeah.
So here, there's the climb you see the runners doing. It's a very infamous room.
Pretty good climb from both guys. Behemoth climbed for Typo, and Bullseye opting to go up the right side, which I think is way harder. Oh, unfortunately, Typo misses a missile here. So he's got to come back to the bugs to get one, and he's good. Okay, he's going to actually have 3 extra missiles, but not full energy, so... On the first round with Bomb Teresa, he could have a health bomb, which would be the worst possible scenario.
Yeah, so when you get below 30 health, there's a beeping noise which just tells you you're low in health. But when you get below 30 health, I'm pretty sure all enemy drops will always 100% be health. So that means if you're below 30 health and a boss gives us drops, they will just give you health instead of ammo. And especially for any percent, you need all the ammo you can get.
Yeah, and unfortunately it did happen with Bomb Teresa, so he got the terrible all health first drop. Unlucky.
Oh, I think we were talking about different things actually.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, but yeah, you're right about the under 30 thing.
Yeah.
Well, that puts them pretty close together right here.
Mm-hmm.
So Bullseye's not a runner that I'm familiar with, but he's actually doing really well. Okay, Typo just gonna run through these guys. Or both runners did actually. A little bit of lag issue with Bullseye stream, but
yeah, it does seem like he's dropping a bit of frames. If you saw in that last pyro room, it looks like both these runners are going to be doing old route because usually you try to conserve health and kill in new route, and so you'd want to kill those pirates with the missiles. But
yeah, very true. That. Oh wait, we have a pretty good sync going on right here.
Do you want to explain mockball?
Sure, yeah, so coming through this door, both guys jumped as they were going through the door, pretty much at the last second before entering the transition. And coming into the room, in order to escape underneath the gate there, they were able to pull off a trick called the mockball by doing like a quarter circle forward maneuver, kind of like in Street Fighter, and it manages to keep your forward momentum while in ball form. So this is objectively my favorite beam here. It's either charge beam or wave beam, but yeah, you definitely can't do anything in this game without charge beam.
Yeah, can you even beat Mother Brain without charge beam? Actually, I think you can.
You can. Kind of like in the randomizers, you just get a bunch of missiles. I think it's like 60 missiles, and
yeah, but they're only a max. They're only, I think, 10 missile packs. I mean, super packs in this game.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, so charge beam saves a lot of time because you can actually just shoot charge shots at Mother Brain instead of having to go around the whole map collecting a ton of missiles. And you'll see them take detours to grab certain beams, and well, certain beams have certain powers to them, but they also just make the damage higher for that beam so you can kill bosses faster. That's one of the main reasons they'll go around collecting other beams, just so they can kill bosses faster.
Looks like both runners make the correct choice in skipping Spazer.
Mm-hmm.
Always good to see.
Yeah, the only real reasons for grabbing Spazer in old route is mix Fantoon, clearing the flames from Fantoon a bit easier.
Yeah, that damage output can really help with the Spazer. I just find it difficult to use, especially in first Norfair pickup because the hitbox with Spazer is just crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has the widest hitbox out of all the beams. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's wider than Plasma.
All right, let's see what Kraid's got for us today. Hopefully no DLC. So we're going to see typwo, of course, try to get the Kraid quick kill here. I'm not gonna curse him. It's a trick that everyone knows how to do, but it's
it's kind of like Alcatraz, where you can be extremely consistent at it, but you'll still have those days where you just never get it, even though you swear you're doing the right inputs.
Amen. Yep.
There was kind of a tricky timing to it.
And unfortunately, Bullseye getting jebaited by Kraid there.
Very unfortunate.
It's okay though. He'll get the DLC kill here. And Kraid's got to go to prom sometimes, I guess. And so this energy tank is definitely one to not skip until much later in your career of speedrunning. It's probably the second of 4 or 5 that we'll see from typwo.
Generally, when you're going for, if you're not like a top level runner, generally when you're going for a new PB, you'll grab 4 energy tanks and 20 missiles, just for a lot of safety on bosses, and you grab the missiles from Mother Brain, which we can explain when we get there. But yeah, top level runners will grab the minimum amount of ammo and health they can get. Actually, no, you can only grab 2 missile packs, but having 3 missile packs does save time, just from backtracking.
All right. And high jump boots, another one of those favorite items.
It is a good item.
It's a strange little conundrum there. If you don't get high jump boots, then a lot of places you'll see it in new route, especially in wreck ship. It's just the jumps are strange. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like, high jump boots makes everything different, of course, because you're jumping higher.
I feel like it's also harder to control your jump high a little bit with high jump boots.
Yeah, definitely.
But it definitely does save a lot of time.
It saves from a lot of wall jumping for sure.
Does make Ridley a lot easier too.
All right, so typwo is coming up on the end boss of the game. See what he's got for him, and he makes it through. Awesome.
You're talking about King Cat Attack, right?
Oh yeah.
He is definitely the hardest boss.
Okay, so Bullseye unfortunately did miss the gamer on the initial shot there. So what's going to end up happening is when he comes back into the room, he's going to have to intentionally go down to kill the gamer in order to open the door quickly. I think it loses about 5 seconds overall, but it's not a huge deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, generally what you want to do there is kill the guy, then jump up again and shoot the door open. That way, you'll be able to just shoot it through next time without having to kill the enemy again. I actually don't know what they're called.
I think that one's a gamer.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so hard to remember all these names. I've been running this game for almost 2 years, and I still don't remember every creature's name.
Yeah, some of them are pretty weird. There are a lot of enemies in this game.
I think my favorite's got to be Ouch, spelled with a W. All right, and the worst room in the game for typo, it's definitely my worst room in the game. Double chamber. Certainly not getting any love this tournament for sure.
Yeah, if you fall down there, it can be very annoying to get back up. The strat I usually do is I do a short charge and Shine Spark.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever attempted that, but yeah, that's definitely interesting thought there, for sure.
Once you just find a spot where you can Shine Spark up and not hit the platforms, works pretty well.
Okay,
so typo making his way back up to Red Tower. Go up to
yeah,
Red
he's
Ship.
got his first little collection route done here in Upper Norfair.
Yeah, after Craig, you just make probably about a 5-minute detour just to go grab all these items. Like high jump, speed booster, and wave.
All right, we'll see if we get the Alpha Spark going on here. It'd be my guess he'd probably go for it since he's got enough health. Yep, you see him getting ready for it. It's also a very tricky little thing to do. Well, he dropped the charge. Yeah, that. There's so many things that can go wrong with trying to get the charge going for Alpha Spark. But a nice deboost there. Unfortunately, Bullseye also falling down in double chamber. I don't think I've had a run probably in a month without falling down in double chamber.
Yeah, it's a really annoying room.
Shoutouts to Vile Plumes. All right, so we're gonna be seeing some fan tune action pretty soon for typo. Looks like his drop situation's pretty good. He'd probably like to have full supers, but you know, wouldn't we all? Other than that, I think he's pretty well set here. Gonna see a couple of sparks.
Fan Tune can give you 3 different patterns: a fast pattern, a medium pattern, and a slow pattern. And the slow pattern is roughly 10 seconds slower than fast pattern. The medium pattern is roughly 5 seconds slower. And so most runners do a 3-cycle fight, or at least attempt a 3-cycle fight, but a lot of other people go for a 2-cycle fight, which, depending on what other patterns you get, can be a good bit faster. But a 3-cycle fight for Fan Tune is definitely much easier.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see X Factor strats here from typo. We'll see
Yeah,
what.
there are also multiple ways to heal Fan Tune. Can't you? I've heard you can do a 1-cycle fight.
Yeah, so I think a few runners have done it in, you know, in real time. I believe 2Cat, and I know there's another one. I'm just not thinking of who it was right now, but you actually just Doppler Fan Tune in one round, and you get a frame perfect super missile at the end of it. kill him just in one opening.
Yeah, so the Doppler fight is where you use missiles, and the X Factor fight is where you use the special beam power up for wave, where you basically make an X of you make a charge shot with power bombs, and you have power bombs equipped, and it'll make like I don't know what they're called, but yeah, he's doing an X Factor fight. You know, like
that was really good.
Go down this fight.
That was a great fight there by Typo.
That was a good fight, yeah. I had to learn my terminology better.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah. I don't know what anything's called.
Looks like Farrell said many people have one-rounded Fanny, and I thought that was probably the case. I know I've seen 2Cat do it. It's crazy the amount of frame-perfect inputs that have to be done for that.
No, I need to look at a video for it.
Yeah, so Typo definitely got the lottery there on Fantoon. That was just a lot of good RNG, a lot of good execution there. Okay, and headed into Attic here. He's going to get the mock ball into the room, lay a power bomb.
Yeah, that can be a very tricky mock ball to pull off too without getting hit.
I think that's the hardest mock ball in the game. I really have a hard time getting it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is about that mock ball. I guess the door transition.
Yeah. Yeah, this room might not look super difficult, but it's very technical. There's a lot of tech in that room. It's extremely difficult to pull off optimally.
Okay, and Typo opting for the jump across strats here. Gets there with no problem at 238 health. So he's going to be doing pretty good. I think his drop situation's really nice. If he's able to keep his health right about here, he should be fine with his health going into Meridia as well.
Yeah, that's actually a really good... He's actually in a really good situation with ammo and health. My health situation at Fan or Wreck Ship is usually about an E-Tank lower than that. So
yeah.
if he just farms the cactuses on the way down, then he'll have max supers. They don't power bombs and missiles.
Yeah, I'm usually
He doesn't
much
even
lower.
really need to farm the cactuses on the way down.
Yeah, the only thing I'd want if I was him is maybe just one more power bomb.
Yeah, usually you want at least 3 there.
Yes,
Two
we
for
got
just getting through Meridia, and then 1 more for Botwoon.
Yep, correct. And then there's the Dragon fight as well. If
Oh yeah, if you're doing that,
you'll usually get an extra one.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Botwoon's a complete snake, like he always is. But he will usually drop a power bomb.
Bullseye also doing the X Factor fight on Phantom. I didn't realize how many people did that fight until this tournament.
Yeah, I definitely like the X Factor. I do that old Hoda setup in the top left corner. It's more commonly called the hybrid strat now, but it's just my personal favorite.
Yeah, that Phantom fight was extremely good from Bullseye. That was a fast mid fight, 2-cycle. Typo, I know, got a 3-cycle.
All right, so let's find out what Batuin's got for him today. It's usually nothing good, knowing that snake.
Yeah, so Batuin has a total of 3,000 health. And ideally you want to do the X Factor on him, which each thing of the X Factor, there are 4 of them, will do 300 health. So that will get him down to 1,200 health, and then you want to shoot 6 supers into him. And you can do that in 1 cycle, but it's still very difficult to do, so 2-cycle fight is still extremely good.
Yeah, that's why it's so good that he's got this much health, because he can just tank a couple hits through Batuin and manipulate his awful hitbox.
Yep.
Looks like that last tap there for typo didn't work out.
Yeah,
there
so
we go.
in the X Factor setup for Batuin, lots of people have very different cues. Lots of people have a lot of different cues for getting the X Factor setup.
He's going to do the wall-to-wall technique, which is also my personal favorite. That was beautiful. I'm going to have to borrow that Batuin fight. That's what you want every time.
Yeah, so that's one of the best Batuin fights I've ever seen, actually. You got a really good pattern from him, too, when he was slow to the ground, so you could easily spam supers into him. A lot of times you can just swerve around all over the screen. It's very hard.
That's easily the best pattern by him, yeah.
So he's got a total of 4 E-tanks now, and he might grab the one after Ridley if his health is low or just for safety. He's got a very comfortable lead right now.
Yeah, I would assume he would.
Yeah. There's not really a point not. It's just a safety precaution.
It's one of those situations where I'm sure in his PB he did 4 with a sub 50 run like he's got, but yeah, in a tournament race, it's just best to pick up the tank. It only takes like 15 seconds. All right, so what typwo did right there was get the charge from right to left by doing a short charge, and started saving up a charge shot as well for the X Factor, and lands the X Factors while also doing a spark. Which Dragon
so that's the X Factor setup for Dragon.
Dragon's the only boss, I believe, that takes Shine Spark damage in the game. And so, gotta go for a goop spark there. All right. She literally just had 100 hit points left. But this is a pretty good fight overall.
Yeah, the ideal fight is to do the X Factor and the Shine Spark and then get one more Shine Spark on them, but it's still very tricky to do.
Yep. And if you get that spark and spark into Dragon while also not holding holding the run button, sorry, I can't speak today. She'll get a blue suit.
Oh, I thought it was not holding the jump button.
It might be both of them, actually. I think you're right. I gotta let go of everything.
Yeah, but when you have the blue suit, he didn't get one there, but you aren't able to sprint because it will restart the P-speed meter. Now we'll cancel out the blue suit. And so using the blue suit, what that does, that'll just allow you to fly across the Coliseum, which he's space jumping through. Or already has space jump through.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice little time save, and in addition, there's also
roughly 10 seconds.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Actually, because you won't be able to sprint the Dragon room after you kill him. Yeah, so what he's doing right now is going to Plasma, which he takes a very long detour to get there, for one, but it saves an insane amount of time, because usually, I want to say it triples the damage of your beam, because he's grabbing Plasma, and then he's going to grab Ice Beam, and with that, that's the best beam, or most powerful beam you can have in the game, and you'll be able to kill Ridley in 20 shots and Mother Brain in 20 shots, and usually both of those bosses would take 60 shots from the beam to kill. So you save roughly 40 seconds on each boss just by going and grabbing this beam.
Yeah, it is a little bit of a detour, but it makes it all worth it, because over here to the left, he's gonna exit on down to North Fair. So it's, for this route, it's not too bad out of the way, but it definitely, for the damage that it outputs.
Yeah, it does save a good bit of time in this route, but you don't grab it at all in new route, because Dragon is your last boss. And
correct,
you have to
yeah.
take a detour and then go up to Mother Brain. So the amount of time it takes, it saves roughly 40 seconds in Torian. And the amount of time it takes to get Plasma, the amount of time it would save isn't worth it.
Yeah, and in new route, by the time you get it anyway, it would be too late to really utilize it on the two most necessary bosses to use it on.
Yep. It also does make Norfair a good bit easier, because you can easily kill the pirates. And they can get extremely annoying. And you can easily kill the key hunters too. But in new route, you generally have to just try and maneuver around all of them. Yeah, so Plasma has a ton of advantages just besides the damage it does to bosses.
Oh, nice. He's got the mock ball ice entry there. Or a speedball, rather.
Yeah, it is a very hard trick to pull off. A lot of time I either go too high and bonk my head, or I go too low and get stuck under the platforms. Moving platforms, I don't know what they're called. So Ice Beam is the last beam that he'll grab. That allows you to freeze enemies, and it does do make your damage counter, or it does make your beam do more damage.
Well, it looks like he wanted to do the northern route. He's going to go back and try and get it again. Meanwhile, Bullseye is also on the Dragon fight now. Let's see how that goes for him. Oh, nice. And typos through there. So Bullseye's not having a whole lot of luck here with the Dragon goop, and if she goops you, it's really unfortunate, but it's definitely not GG. He's just gonna try and hope that, yeah, he gets a good pattern there so he can put in some good damage with the Shine Spark. Oh, and the goop spark. He's so close. I think it's just going to take a... Yeah. Oh no, the chain damage. Dragon, please. Oh my god. Okay, so he's got to save here. Looks like he saved before Fantoon, so...
Do you know why the chain damage happens? I think for some reason you're taking per frame damage off of Dragon. So sometimes you can just take an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, and I believe he was pretty low health too, if I remember correctly. So
Like,
that's
I've heard
all.
people taking like 6 full E-tanks just from chain damage.
Yes, yeah, you can take an insane amount of damage from Dragon. So I think you're right about every frame Dragon damaging you.
Typo is doing the worst run in the game. Doesn't exactly live up to his full name in this route because you have Plasma. But it's an extremely difficult room and new route. It's not nearly as bad in this route.
Yeah, good job by Typo. That was a really good worst room.
Yeah, it's nice being able just to blast those pirates.
Meanwhile, Bullseye is sparking it over to Fantoon again. Hopefully he'll get another good Fantoon fight.
I don't think Typo is saved at all, actually, so if he for some reason dies here, then it's Bullseye's race to win.
Oh yes, Ridley. Ridley's who killed me in my run. But
I got killed by Metroid.
well, that's also easy to do.
Yeah.
He hits like a tank.
Yeah, you mess up your hot barring with your items.
I've lost many runs to Metroid. So he's going to gather both Ninja Turtles.
Never heard that nickname before.
Oh yeah,
For Ninja Pirates and Metal Pirates.
the Ninja Turtle Space Pirates. Yeah. Oh, he's got the flower house there. That's awesome trick. All right, so like we were saying earlier, he's going to do 20 of those plasma shots into Ridley here.
Does have a good bit of health.
While attempting to avoid that artificially intelligent tail of Ridley. All right, looks like we've got Pogo Champ today. Which worked out great because he's done. It was a good fight by Typo there. And he's going to pass on the tank. He does have good health, so I think he'll probably be all right. This is a fair good amount of health for Lower North Air Escape.
Yeah, another good reason to grab that extra safety tank is just from the catch up from Mother Brain. But if he gets past that, he should be okay. Once you get past Mother Brain 2, there's not really a reason you should die.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, that's another good spot for that tank.
You can lose time just from having low health because of the shine sparks and stuff in the escape, but otherwise, you shouldn't really be dying.
Okay, looks like he's gonna opt to just jump right through the key hunters. They do about 50 damage, I believe, so that's really a scary room, especially for new route runners, but he comes through just fine there. Oh, and Bullseye got a bowling spark there. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I definitely agree with this by Typo here. He's going to just opt to kill the key hunters, get them out of the way. Don't have to worry about accidentally taking 4 or 5 hits there, which would, I think five hits from those key hunters would do it, even with all that health he's got. Right, so it's a little dicey there. He didn't have any power bombs, but these seahorses in the other room, they always drop the power bomb.
What are the seahorses?
I don't know their real name. I've always called them the seahorses. They jump out of the floor in the room before double chamber.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep. I was thinking like the frogs for some reason. I was like,
I want to say, oh, there we go, Alcoon.
I always thought they were more like dragons.
Yeah, they do have kind of a dragon look to them.
They're also swimming in lava, so.
Yeah, I don't know if they're 100% going to drop a power bomb, but it's definitely up there.
Yeah, so the fastest route actually just to get back up to Mother Brain is just to take a quick detour through Meridia again.
He is at 10 super missiles too. That's really awesome. So this Torian should go pretty good for him. I don't want to jinx him. It may be too late, but this is a great number of supers to have.
Yeah, you can make do with only having like 6 supers and you can make do with only having 6 supers if you have a max of 20 missiles. I think. Yeah, you should. If you have at least 6 supers, you should be fine. Ideally, you want to have 20 and 10, or 5, or like yeah, if you have 20 and 10, you should be good, because if you have less than that, you'll have to do some backtracking and going and refilling your missiles. I'm sorry, I kind of just hit a brain fart there.
No, it's cool. That math, it kills me. I can never do that math on the fly.
Mm-hmm. Basically, you want to be entering Mother Brain 1 with at least 15 missiles and at least 7 supers. That's the minimum you need to kill Mother Brain. Mother Brain 1.
Yeah, because you got to open that tank and... So, yeah, let's see what Botwoon and Dragon have got for Bullseye. He's done really well on his return trip here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he does the sound cue for Botwoon.
Hope typwo ends up doing a safety save for Mother Brain, because he's very comfortable lead at this point. And, you know, Mother Brain can be pretty weird sometimes.
Yeah, I really hope he does. Okay, so he's going to do the gathering technique here. He's really comfortable with his counts so far after room 1. Probably see a super there, yeah. Yep, so 20 and 9 is excellent. But still at 9, so he's definitely hoping for full supers here. And he's got it. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, those were some very good Metroid rooms.
Meanwhile, Jackson was filling up on his supers, making double sure this fight's going to go well for him.
Yeah, wait, what?
Oh, you said Jackson. You probably would say Bullseye.
Oh yeah, Bullseye. You're Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, my apologies. I haven't been awake long, and I'm an old man, so.
Yeah. So what typwo was doing was trying to take as much damage from that bug there. So that's basically a giveaway that he wasn't going to do or attempt baby skip, because the lower health you have, the faster the Metroid will like suck the health from you. Because the less you have, the less she has to take. So very small optimizations, but it does save a few seconds.
Yeah, and like has been said several times in the tournament, if you go for it and miss it, it ends up wasting at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, it
So
just
if you know-
depends on how long it took you to get grabbed by the Metroid.
Yeah. So yeah, if you know you don't feel too confident with it, you should definitely just bypass it like he did there.
It is a very difficult trick. It takes a lot of practice.
Nice Zeb skip there. Coming up on the old brain in the glass.
He did not opt to do the safety save.
So yeah, let's
Pretty sure he didn't. Hope he does okay.
everybody send typwo your energy.
Not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx anything.
So yeah, I don't want to say anything either. Oh, nice. Bullseye's got the Dragon down. Yeah, it looks like Bullseye was able to utilize all those supers that he saved up. Nice, and typwo's through. All right, so it's tough to say really what the pace is going to be for typwo here, because I'm really bad at guessing how long those cutscenes and all that takes. I usually just add a minute and a half to 2 minutes from when it's emergency and Magoo time. Right, so he's going to finish off Mother Brain with the old murder beam. So far,
there's things you can do at 100% that saves a lot of time on Mother Brain 3, but you don't have enough health to do it.
yeah, yep. No stand-up glitch.
Yep, that's what it's called.
So, looks like maybe a 52 Maybe a 50, high 51.
Yeah, I want to say he's on. I'm guessing 51, 57. Actually, 5202.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be faster than the 52.
Yeah, I was way off.
Yeah, me too. I'm terrible at guessing.
Yeah, I always think things will take way longer than they really do.
Did anybody say 20? No. Elm was pretty close with a 51-28 there, but it's like 51-26, I believe, is when he stops. So GG to typo there. Excellent run. Yeah, so a 51-20, that's not too far off from a sub 50, so I'm sure he could be happy with that one. No saves either. I was really scared when he didn't take that save, but turns out he didn't need it. All right, and Bullseye is going to go to the southern route here. It's definitely, I think that's about 2 seconds quicker to go this way. So he's his ammo and his health is looking really good too, coming up in to lower Norfair here. Oh, nice. He's got the speed keep coming through, and drops it. That is so hard to do. I don't understand what makes it drop right there, but I do that a lot too. Looks like he was trying to get the boost there. That's fine. That's a good idea, freezing those guys. All right, we'll see how this lower Norfair goes for Bullseye here. Like I was saying earlier, he's definitely doing okay with drops and all. And he was going for the fast pillars there, but unfortunately the taps just weren't quick enough. So he's going to go for the backup double power bomb, which is fine because he's got full power bombs right here. Coming into the worst room in the game, looks like he's just going to kill everybody. I can't blame him there. That's definitely what I prefer to do. So hopefully he can get back up here before this guy gets unfrozen. Or just kill him, that'll work too. Yep, and Deer forced a typo there. All right, and looks like he's gonna save here. Thank God. I was hoping that was gonna happen.
I've actually got to head out now. But this is
Are you out?
in the commentary.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much for stopping or for coming in at last minute too.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, this is a good race. Thanks for commentating with me.
Yeah, man. And GG and good luck on your races as well.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
All right. See you later. All right. So we may not have audio on Bullseye's stream. I think we do, but and getting power bombs of shame too there, by the way. I think there was issue with the stream cutting in and out, that the audio was not the best. So I'll do my best not to be too boring. All right, nice. So he's looking really good on health here. Like really good. I never get to really looking this good. And that is an interesting little flower house method there. So he is literally full on just about everything. And opts to take it pretty safe here with Ridley. Just going with the angle up method. Getting some crazy tail action again. So he's actually going to use all of his supers here, which is higher damage output to go ahead and use all the supers. And Ridley's down. Now, he does have to worry about his super count, though. And I like this decision here to get the E-Tank. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot that he's got to worry about at this point. But as soon as I say that, of course. Oh, unfortunately, K going through the bottom platform there. And so it is possible to die there. I've done it. But he makes it back out, no problem. Opting to take out all of these side hoppers, which is always a good idea. They do a ton of damage. and gets through the first set of key hunters, no problem. Did get hit a couple times there, so we'll have to kind of monitor that health to make sure this next set of key hunters isn't too rough on him. Ooh, and taking quite a bit of damage through the acid there. But he opts to kill the last guy, so he's through. All right, so all that's left for Bullseye now is just to exit back out through Meridia, up to the planet's surface, and down to Torian. Not quite the luck as Typo had there with his missiles, but he should be fine. The 5 is a pretty respectable amount to have. All right, so he does have the option to save at the ship here, if he so chooses. I'm not so sure he will, but if he does, I can't really blame him for doing that. Everything else is okay except for his supers. He'd like to be a little bit higher. I mean, his health is low, but he'll most likely get plenty of health from the Metroid drops. So yeah, he's gonna go on through. All right, hopefully he decides to make that save too. We'll see if he gets this first save, just in case the Metroids give him a hard time. All right, so all things considered, despite the death, this is still a pretty good run here from Bullseye. Definitely better than a 3-hour forfeit, so got to give him a lot of credit for continuing. He's done really well. It's always rough when the death comes later in the run, like at Dragon or Ridley, but nope. That's what speedrunning's all about. And he's going to head on in. Going to pass up on the save. So drop's not looking too good so far. Yeah, definitely would have hoped for more. Right, so he didn't actually get those guys grouped, so yeah, he's going to do missiles there instead. Now he's kind of getting into the neighborhood of being safe. You can't blame him for going slow here. He wants to make sure he's got his numbers down. So unfortunately, that room was just awful with the RNG. Looks like he thought about going back out to maybe fill up, but yeah, he can just do the first two Metroids right here. No, he's going to go for all of them. Let's see what we got. And that is exactly what he was hoping to see. So awesome. Won't lie, that was a little scary there for a minute. And also opting to go ahead and tank damage off of this side hopper. He's gonna debate the baby Metroid just a little bit. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I've seen it before, but yeah, definitely interesting. All right, so all filled up and looking good. He's got the 5 tanks. He's got all 10 supers. So this should be a fairly easy fight for him. And of course, as soon as I say that, awesome. That's what I was hoping to see right there. So yeah, we'll see what this Zeb skip has got for him here. This is really probably one of my least favorite tricks in the whole game. For that reason right there. All right, so he's got to freeze this spot. Yeah, there we go. That setup looks good. Just not getting the luck with the jumps there, so he's going to reset the room. Yeah, this this Zeb gate is not being nice to him today. This is usually what will happen when you've got PB pace. So when he takes the damage initially, the first jump is going to be a very tiny, very small little spin jump. Of course, there's several methods to do this. And there he's got it. This is definitely, as difficult as it looks, this is actually probably the preferred, easier method, because the other two are even harder still. Oh, goodness. Yes, yeah, he's good. When I saw that super hit the glass there, I got a little bit worried. All right, so he's just 20 shots away now. That was really close on those onion rings. Oh no, unfortunate. Yeah, was afraid of that. Luckily he's made that save there, but with all the damage he took trying to get the Zeb skip, it's understandable. When Zebetite skip goes wrong like that, it's just awful. Because it doesn't waste just time, it takes all that health as well. So yeah, that save was really, really the right choice. And first time on the Zeb skip there, awesome. No, and I like that. Chooses to leave the rink as frozen right there. That's always a good option. All right, let's give this a second try. Or a second first try. And luckily his health is so high. I don't think there's any, yeah, and he's good. There wasn't a whole lot of, whoa, be careful. All right. GG, Bullseye. Yeah, he had me pretty worried there when he took that last hit. Yeah, it's kind of tough to say exactly where this is going to end up as far as time is concerned. Yeah, I wasn't sure what his PB was. I looked for his PB. I couldn't find it on the spreadsheet. But yeah, it's definitely going to be under an hour and 20 minutes, so not too bad at all. Definitely better than 3 hours. All right, Mother Brain's down. All right, we'll see if he makes the objectively incorrect decision here in saving the animals. And I don't think he has... No, he does not have Moonwalk on. Okay, gonna store up the spark and gonna spark up the right side. Nice, safe method there. All right, pretty good parlor. And he's gonna make the wrong decision here. Oh well. Gotta save him sometimes, I guess. All right, coming up on the ship, it looks like it's going to be 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 18 seconds. So GG to Bullseye there. It's really awesome that he stuck with it, didn't give up, didn't forfeit like I did. But yeah, awesome perseverance. Always good to see somebody pull through to the end. So yeah, GG to both runners. GG to typwo for the win. And thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm sorry about the audio there. I don't know what's up with his audio, but did the best I could. All right. So with that, I'm going to say thanks everybody for joining in and watching. I am Metroid, and I was joined by Jackson. Definitely give Jackson a follow. Follow both runners. I'm actually going to go follow Bullseye myself. I did not know of him until this tournament, so it's definitely good to see new people join. He's got a lot going for him. He's got a lot of good movement. Definitely got good boss fights, so I expect to see good stuff from him. So yeah, with that, I've got to go feed 3 cats, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you on the next mission.